Hi, I'm Micki, and welcome to Daily Reflections. Do you believe in afterlife? Probably not, right? Because let's face it, it's stupid, it's irrational, and why would you? But good news, you don't have to believe in it anymore because I can prove that it exists. Some call it afterlife, others call it heaven, others call it reincarnation. You may want to call it paradise, it doesn't matter. What really matters is how we think about it. So, afterlife is a pretty simple matter. First step, you're born. Second step, you live your life. And at the very end, you die. And that's it. And at that point, either you believe that your soul will transcend to something else, maybe will end up in heaven or not, but nobody really knows. But I have a suggestion. Moving away from the perspective of for your dust and to dust will you return, we'll look at it differently. And I promise that you have experienced it already. So the way I want us to look about it is to get at the essence of what afterlife really means, because if we look at the progression on the timeline of life, at the very end, everything stops. We leave everything behind and we go someplace. Maybe or maybe we don't. But with that understanding, with that perspective, we do that throughout of our life over and over again. So when have you experienced that before? Well, you probably went to school and at some point you move from your school life, from your education into adulthood. That was a rough transition, is for most of us. And at that point, you leave so many things behind, so many things change. And it also happens when you start a new job. Friends leave us, new friends come along. You have a partner, you break up. And what these events have in common is that something changes. And very similar to what happens at the very end of our life is that in all those events, sometimes more, sometimes less, you lose something, you leave something behind, and you start anew. So these things happen whether you like it or not. But if you're at a point in your life, and research suggests that that happens every 7 to 9 years, I think, you develop that feeling, that itchiness, that something has to change in your life. And if you want to take control of your life, then you can do that intentionally. And one of that example is you can reorient yourself and look for a new job. You can move to a new city, to a new country, a new continent even. You can get rid of the friends you don't like anyway. You can find new ones. You can surround yourself with new people. Move into a new apartment. Leave all that stuff behind that you don't want anyway. And at each of those events, you're basically are being reborn, because as we have had a look at the meaning of afterlife, it fits very well. And that's really it. So again, it happens whether we like it or not. It happens throughout our lives. I know we hang on to the things we're used to, we love, we appreciate, but especially we're used to. But sometimes you want to change. Life wants you to change, so embrace it. So, do you still not believe in an afterlife? I doubt it. And if you're up for it, if you want that change, you don't have to wait until the end, until the very end. You can do it right now or tomorrow. Either way. It was my pleasure. See you next time. Take care.